you want to come out? We got Marine Patrol on their way. That was stupid.
Confirming you jumped in the water.
On April 7, 2024, an Arkansas State Trooper was stationary during his night shift when a wanted white SUV sped past him at a high rate of speed. The trooper had been waiting in position, and as the SUV passed, he immediately activated his emergency lights and siren and began pursuing the driver, with speeds quickly climbing into the triple digits. The driver, a female, initially began slowing down and pulled onto the shoulder as if she was about to stop. She even stepped out of the vehicle, but refused to comply with the trooper's commands. Moments later, she suddenly got back into the SUV and took off again, continuing the pursuit.
Is there anybody else in the car? Step back to the sound of my voice. Step back to my voice. Step back to... You better step back to the sound of my voice and do it now. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Turn around and face the other way. Walk backwards to the sound of my voice. Walk backwards to the sound of my voice. Then you better do what I tell you to do. Walk backwards. Walk backwards. Walk backwards to the sound of my voice. Walk backwards to the sound of my voice.
She stopped briefly to tell the trooper that it was an emergency and that she was about to run out of gas. But the trooper was not convinced and ordered her to stop and follow his commands. Instead of complying, she refused and got back into the SUV, causing the pursuit to continue. The pursuit quickly escalated again, with the suspect pushing the SUV back into triple-digit speeds. This time, the trooper gave it more gas, rapidly closing the distance and executing a pit maneuver at around 125 miles per hour, sending the SUV into the highway cables. The trooper exited his vehicle and approached with his weapon drawn, but the driver was already sitting on the path and surrendering to police. She was then arrested and taken into custody, once again serving as a reminder that you can't outrun the Arkansas State Police. On July 27, 2023, Trooper First Class Robert Neese was sitting stationary on the shoulder of Highway 65 near Clinton, Arkansas, when he observed a silver Hyundai Sonata traveling southbound with a broken taillight shining a white light to the rear. The trooper pulled out to conduct a traffic stop and activated his emergency lights, but the driver showed no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, we haven't stopped yet. 53 miles an hour. Go ahead and show me 1037. The reason for stop was a busted tail light.
During the chase, an object was thrown from the vehicle's sunroof, splashing liquid across the trooper's windshield. The suspect continued fleeing through multiple rural roads, including Banner Mountain Road, Orchard Road, and Lace Lane, repeatedly crossing the center line, running stop signs, and even turning the vehicle's taillights off at one point in an attempt to evade the trooper.
Still at 58 miles an hour right now. Traffic's, there's nothing else out right now. He just threw something out. I don't know what it was. It was, went all over my car. Traffic's still clear, 75 miles an hour. If I can get a chance, I'm going to pit it out. There's a lot of curves and he's on the other side of the road, just in case somebody else is out.
Due to the suspect's dangerous driving, the trooper attempted a pit to end the pursuit. After several attempts, the trooper successfully performed the maneuver on Highway 330, causing the vehicle to spin around before it finally came to a stop in the parking lot of Reeves Grocery Store.
I tried to get up, he's swerving all over the road, trying to prevent me from pitting him out.
What kind of vehicle is it?
It's a silver passenger car. He's waving his hands at me.
The trooper conducted a felony stop at gunpoint, and both the driver and the passenger were taken into custody without further incident. The driver, identified as Braden Joseph Duncan, was charged with felony fleeing along with additional violations, bringing the dangerous pursuit to an end.
He jumped in the water.
On November 26, 2024, a Florida trooper was sitting in the median running radar when a group of vehicles crossed the bridge. One dark-colored Dodge Ram pickup stood out as it passed the rest of the traffic at 70 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone. The trooper pulled in behind the truck and activated his emergency lights and siren to initiate a traffic stop. But the driver initially pretended he might stop before suddenly accelerating and fleeing, initiating the pursuit.
199 Miami, where's that unit at? Approaching the 7 Mile Bridge, traveling northbound, reference to black pickup. I'm at mile marker 49, I'm just north of the 7 Mile Bridge. I'll monitor. Next time you get a call as well. Silver. 269, 1013.
10-4. We've been in that traffic. Sorry, Miami.
10-4, any additional unit in the area?
There was that.
10-4. 499, 1048. 10-4. 2017, I'm passing the 31. I'll head this way. 10-4. The speed and traffic condition.
Right now we're full on traffic.
The driver sped northbound onto the 7 Mile Bridge, weaving in and out of traffic at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. At several points, he drove into the southbound lanes, forcing oncoming vehicles onto the shoulder to avoid a collision. The suspect nearly struck multiple vehicles, including law enforcement units that were nearby, as traffic on the bridge began slowing down due to the dangerous situation.
Just north of 47 off the bridge.
10-4, that's 45. He's right behind the Monroe County Sheriff's Office.
Ryan Monroe, Sheriff Office.
It's after our day. Want to get back. We're going to meet with you in less than a minute.
499, I see him coming up behind me. 10-4, 499, visual.
He jumped in the water. Hey, you want to come out? We got Marine Patrol on their way. That was stupid.
Confirming he jumped in the water.
Eventually, the driver brought the truck to a stop on the bridge, but instead of surrendering, he exited the vehicle and jumped into the ocean in an attempt to escape. A moments later, a Monroe County Sheriff's Office boat unit arrived and took the suspect, later identified as Joshua Seth Lapidus, into custody. He now faces multiple charges, including fleeing and eluding law enforcement and driving with a suspended license as a habitual offender.